There was a period in my life in which I used to take rejection extremely personally, right? The moment I expressed interest in someone, the moment I expressed to them how I felt about them, and they didn't feel the same way about me, I used to take it extremely personal. I used to think, that maybe something's wrong with me. I used to question whether or not I was good enough. I used to wonder if I'm worthy or deserving of love, and all sorts of different negative thoughts and feelings used to consume me. And it was to the point in which rejection was one of the things that I was extremely afraid of, right? Now, fast forward today, I kind of look back at my past self, and sometimes I really think to myself, what the hell was I so afraid of? Why was I so afraid of being told no? Why was I so afraid of someone else not being interested in me? Why the hell did I take rejection so personally? And something that I realized, an epiphany that I came to, was that rejection is only personal. Rejection only hurts whenever we're still looking for acceptance. I'm gonna say it again. We take rejection personal only because we're looking for acceptance. That is the only explanation or the only reason why we take rejection so personally, right? See, whenever you have a hard time accepting yourself, whenever you're looking outside of you for acceptance from the world, acceptance from people, so on and so forth, rejection is going to hurt, because hearing no or hearing I'm not interested is sort of an attack on our self-worth. It's sort of an attack on our self-esteem, and we sort of use the no to confirm the feeling of unworthiness that we already feel about ourselves. Whenever we hear no, or we hear a person say they're not interested, it is sort of a confirmation for the lack of self-acceptance, for the lack of self-love that we already feel about ourselves. That is the reason why we take rejection so personally. We equate them saying no to the unworthiness that we already feel about ourselves. But whenever you get to a place in which you fully accept yourself, you fully embody yourself, you feel good about yourself, you're happy with who you are, rejection isn't going to hurt you like it used to. You're not going to take it personal anymore, because you're not looking for anyone else to accept you, right? You're simply putting yourself out there and give people the opportunity to experience you. Give people the opportunity to be a part of your life. And if they don't want to be a part of your life, that is okay. It is perfectly fine. See, there's a big shift that took place within me, right? A huge shift. I stopped approaching dating and people with the mindset of, I wonder if they're interested in me. I wonder if they like me, right? I stopped approaching dating and relationships with that mindset. And every time I meet someone new, I go into it with the mindset of, I wonder if I like them. I wonder if I have interest in them. Or I'm giving this person an opportunity to experience me. I'm giving this person an opportunity to be a part of my life. to experience the greatness, to experience the all the things that I have to offer. I'm giving them an opportunity. And I stop wondering if they're into me, because I'm into me. I stop wondering how they feel about me, because I feel good about me. And as long as I feel good about me, then that means nothing is wrong with me. Right? We have to stop searching for our worth in other people. We have to stop searching for our self-acceptance in other people. It is called self-acceptance for a reason, because only you can give yourself true acceptance. Only your acceptance matters in this world. But as long as you don't accept yourself, other people's no, other people's rejection is going to hurt you. It is all coming from our lack of self-acceptance. Right? A lot of us don't even realize this, but half the time the people that we feel some sort of way about when they tell us no, we're not even compatible with these people. Right? These are people who aren't even truly meant for us. They're not meant for us. And if they're not meant for us, if we're not compatible with them, why do we take their no so personally? Why do we take their no as an attack on our self-worth and our self-esteem? That is a question that I had to ask myself. Sometimes I look back in my past and, some of the situations I had in which I got rejected. And truth be told, I'm thankful that they rejected me, because that was a situation that was never truly for me to begin with. I wasn't aligned with that person. That person wouldn't have offered anything positive to my life. So I'm thankful that they rejected me. And every time they told me no, it was another opportunity to tell myself yes. Every time they told me no, it was an opportunity to tell myself yes. Rejection is a beautiful thing. Believe it or not, rejection is a thing that made me so strong in myself, that made me so happy with who I am, that made me so content with myself. Because when people and the world keeps telling me no, the only other option that I have is to tell myself yes. And that's when everything changed. Everything changed when I started telling myself yes more. Everything changed when I started validating myself. Everything changed when I started giving myself the appreciation and the acceptance that I know I deserve. That's when every single thing in my life changed. Everything. And I stopped looking to the world and I started looking to myself. Rejection is always guiding us back within, back to ourselves. Who are you when the world tells you no? Who are you when that girl or that guy rejects you? Who are you when you don't get that job? Who are you when that situation doesn't work out for you? Who are you when certain opportunities, people neglect you, people leave your life, things don't go the way you want it to? Who are you when the world tells you no? Are you capable of telling yourself yes? Are you capable of staying strong in yourself? Are you capable of saying, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of my love. I am worthy of my acceptance. Who are you when nothing is going the way you want it to go? Who are you? If you can't feel good about yourself, if you can't choose yourself, if you can't say to yourself, I'm worthy, when the world isn't showing you or reflecting back to you the evidence of that worth in the moment, then you're just reacting to the world. You're constantly looking to the world to validate you. But it is when the world is not showing us what we want to see, and it is when the world is telling us no, that is when we're truly tested in a certain sense, right? Because it is easy to be content with who you are. It is easy to feel good about yourself when everything is going your way. But what happens when nothing is going your way? Who are you then? And that is a question that I had to ask myself. That is something that I had to really sit with myself and ask myself, can I feel good about me when I approach that girl and she tells me no? Can I feel good about myself when I go on that date and she doesn't want to go on the second one? Can I feel good about myself then? Can I still look myself in the mirror? That's where your strength is built. Your strength is built in times when the world tells you no. Your strength is built in times when things don't work out for you. That is when your strength is built. And truthfully, I said this in a video probably almost a year ago. I said that there can be no self-acceptance without external rejection. Because if your self-acceptance is based on the world's acceptance and other people's acceptance, then it is truly not self-acceptance. It is the acceptance of others that you have masked as your self-acceptance. And once they take that acceptance back from you, you're left with no acceptance of your own. So you have to be able to accept rejection in order for you to truly come into self-acceptance. That is the only way. And this world is constantly going to test us. This world is constantly going to tell us no. This world is constantly going to, in a sense, try to belittle us and make it seem as if we're not worthy, so on and so forth. But it is during these periods, it is during these times that we have the opportunity to tell ourselves yes. That we have the opportunity to stay strong within ourselves and know that whatever is taking place out here, know that whatever a person says, know that a person not replying to our texts or our calls, our person not showing up on a date or flaking or not reflecting the interest that we want to receive. We have to know that regardless of all of that, we are worth something. And we are worthy of love. We are worthy of appreciation. We are worthy of our own self-acceptance. Right? It is when the world tells us no that we have the opportunity to truly tell ourselves yes. So what I learned about my periods of harsh rejection was that it only hurt, and I only took it personal because I was looking to other people to accept me, because I was looking to other people to tell me that I'm worthy, because I was looking to other people to make me feel good about myself. Right? That is why I took it so personally. But you have to get to a place in which you give yourself the love, you give yourself the validation, you give yourself the appreciation, you give yourself everything that you're expecting from someone else and from the world. And once you truly give yourself those things, once you become your own source, then rejection and someone else's no isn't going to hurt as much. Trust me. I'm at that point in my life right now where if a person tells me no, If I go outside and I see a girl and I approach her and she tells me no, I don't walk away feeling like I'm unworthy or I'm the worst person in the world or I'm ugly or whatever and so on and so forth. I simply say, she's not for me. And it's either her loss or she's just not into me. And that's okay. But I know that there are people out there for me. There are women out there for me. There are women out there who are into me. But I first and foremost have to be into me. That is the most important thing. Being into yourself, telling yourself yes, validating yourself, showing yourself appreciation. Everything begins right there. Everything. Alright? So stop taking rejection so personally. And if you're at a point in which you still take rejection personally, all the way personally, then you have to recognize that to some degree, whether consciously or unconsciously, you're still looking for acceptance in other people and in the world. And you won't find your self-acceptance and your self-worth and your self-love there. Everything, self-acceptance, all your self-love, all of it has to first come from here. Has to first come from you. Right? So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being here with me. Give yourself a little bit of love every day, like I always say, because you deserve it. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace and blessings.